Hey everybody, welcome back to the hashtag ASF Summer QAL 2023 featuring Pop Goes Your Scrap Bin. It is a manic Friday here at Adam So Fun. I'm Adam Ralph, aka Adam So Fun. You're watching my channel. It's been a crazy morning, a manic Friday. I went in to edit the video and upload it, and all my files are gone. I was editing some other stuff the other day, and I was thinking, oh, let's just clean up our hard drive. Well, I cleaned off a bunch of stuff that I needed, and there's no way to get it back because I also cleaned off my SD card. So whatever. Quilt's done. This week we're just getting it pieced. I mean, it's not a hard week. I did want to show you how to use the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers. Surprise, I can't find the 3.5 one because I can only ever find one of these at a time. And once I finish this, I don't even know where the instructions are, because once I finish a project, that stuff gets put somewhere. I don't know where that stuff is because I did a day of quilting. I was making stuff for that. Like, I've been doing a lot of stuff all week. I actually been very productive this week, and then I erased stuff. But I digress. So I made a little mini accordion in the last video. So in week 1, we made the accordions. These are our accordions. So this is the accordion sewn HST method. This is from my friend Beth, and it makes scrappy half square triangles. So for those of you who are scrappy lovers, oh my gosh, you are probably fawning over this. I am not a scrappy person. This stresses me out. It'll get there. We're gonna quilt it. We're gonna make it fabulous. It's already fabulous, but we're gonna make it even more. This is pink lemonade, in case I didn't say that. I don't know, it's been a crazy morning. So I did want to show you in the last video. So in the first one, we made our accordions. We followed the directions, we laid out our patterns, we did everything, we made our accordions. Tubed it up. So at the end, you sew these two together, you tube it up. If you want to know how to make these or what it's all about, go watch video 1. Go watch Beth's videos on how to do this. You can learn this for free. You can take classes with her, but you can learn it for free off of her YouTube channel, and everything's linked on my videos. So I just really wanted quickly to show you how to, okay, I have everything together. I'm gonna have to tube this up. I didn't even think about it. Dang it, because that's gonna be hard to cut. But once I tube it up, and I cut them apart. I want to show you how I cut these apart. We got to be real careful because you have all of these flippity floppity pieces. We don't want to cut them. So we're going to cut this apart. I'm going to show you how to use the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers. These are not going to be the correct size. Ignore that. I believe you're using 3.5. Follow the pattern if you have these. I'm also going to show you a bloc-loc in case you want some bloc-locs. I use them both. Once I got this handle, I like the bloc-loc. I don't know, I like them both. You know, we're quilters. Sometimes we get bored doing the same things. I have to be honest, I did half of my accordions with the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers and the other half with the bloc-loc just because I just needed to change it up. So we're going to come close and do that. You're going to just piece this. That's what we're doing. You have another week to get it done. Some important things. Beth has you go through and kind of piece it in a, like you're gonna make units, like you make this unit and you make like that unit, and so you're gonna go through and you're gonna make units. If you follow that method, I didn't do that because I'm not scrappy, I had to lay it out. That was stressing me out. I wanted to make sure where things were going. Oh gosh, I'm even thinking about it. But if you do that, just pay attention. She says if you need 8 of these, just make 8 of those, and pay attention to the angles the colors are going, which side is which. You know, it's just follow directions. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for some of you. I get it. I'm there too. I had to lay mine out. I put mine on the design wall. Wish I would have just followed directions and let it go, because there were probably like 7 blocks I put backwards and then I had to rip off. Not a big deal. I don't care. You know, I don't sweat the small stuff. But I did end up getting it all together, and I think it's all together perfect, because I sent pictures to Beth and I didn't get, did you see that block turned around? She would definitely tell me because we have that friendship. I do love it. I mean, like, it stresses me out, but I do love it. And whoever said, like, so pink lemonade, because I have the light pink and the yellows, whoever said the blue is the ice, I love you, because now all I see is like an ice cold glass of pink lemonade, and it's 92 degrees at 7 a.m. Last night I walked the dogs, it was 9 p.m. 103. What the heck? What the heck, Palm Springs? But yeah, so we're gonna do this. Don't forget, please post your photos online, tag me at AdamSoFun, tag at Eva Page Quilts, linked everywhere. If you're on Facebook, I link her in the, here's the new video out. Go to her page, like her. Follow her on YouTube, even though she doesn't do as many YouTubes as she should. Beth helped her. But yeah, let's get into this because I am now an hour and 50 minutes, 48 minutes to get this edited and uploaded. I'm going to tube this up, cut it open, and we'll come back. We're going to cut these apart. I'm going to trim a few with the bloc-locs, trim a few with the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers, just so you know how to use those. This is a quick video, mostly because I lost the other one, but I think it was quick anyway. And you know what? We're gonna piece it together. If you need help, send me a message, send me an email, put a comment below, whatever. We're here to help you. We want to help you. We want you to be successful. So don't sweat the small stuff, like I said. And we'll be right back here so we can trim. All right, so I have my accordion. I have slit up one of the seams with scissors to open it up. So it was tubed up and now it's open. So I'm gonna flip it around. We have all these pieces. We have to be, I just hit the camera. We have to be really careful that we're not cutting everything. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna slide everything to the right or the left. If you're left-handed, you're gonna cut on this side. And grab me a ruler. You can use the side of the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer. Line up corner to corner, making sure everything's pulled over. I kind of give it a little tug and cut. And so now we have our first one. Now we can just fold it over, line up our ruler, and cut. And don't cut all funky like I'm doing. I'm just doing it around a camera. Line up our corners and cut. And you might get like these little thin pieces. That's fine. I did like a super scant 1/4 inch, so you see my seams are really shallow. I'm like, this is a wall hanging. It's not a big quilt. If I was, I would probably do my my seams a little better, but I'm not gonna go throw it in and out of the wash. Here's my last piece. We're going to come and cut. And you're going to do that to your whole accordion. I shake them out to see if any little pieces come out. And so now if you're using the slotted trimmer, remember this slotted trimmer is not the correct size because I can't find the one that's the correct size. So this is going to be this is the whole number. So 2, 3, 4, etc. I'm going to have to use a 3. So I'm going to be cutting off a lot more than you. You're going to get maybe about 1/8 of an inch off. When you trim yours, but this is how this works. You have, we'll put that right there. Oh, you can see that good. So you have the grayed out part. The grayed out part is your seam allowance. You have a dash line that is going right on your stitch line. So you're going to do this before you press. So I'm going to use the 3. You're going to use 3.5, and I'm going to slide it down where my stitch line and this dash line are right on top of each other. I just want to make sure when I do this, I have overhang on the right, I have overhang on the left. And we're going to trim. Oops, I shifted. Trim. And we're going to cut in the slots. This is the beauty of the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer. When you do it and you open, we have no dog ears, because its slotted trim cuts those off. Let me do that again. And remember, you're using 3.5. I'm lining up my stitch line. And if you want to, you can do these first. Trim and trim. Don't cut your finger. And you have to use a 45 rotary with these, I believe. I might be lying. Trim and trim. And that is how the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer works. Now, if you are a bloc-loc lover and you have the bloc-locs, this is a little Quilter Select. I call it a pop socket because I can hold my rulers with it, especially smaller ones. But this is a bloc-loc. Let me press these really quick. All right, so these are the 2 pieces that I trimmed up with the slotted trimmer. Perfect 3-inch square. It's a great tool. This is a bloc-loc, just a different thing, kind of does the same thing a different way. So on the bloc-loc, you're going to see this etched out area. So on the bottom of this, it's actually a groove. You can kind of see that groove in there. And your seam is going to fit in here. So when you press it and you have the little bulkiness of your seam, your high end, that sits right inside here and it locks. See how I can move this ruler? If I move it to the left, well, it's still going to pull it a little bit, but if I slide it over, it will lock onto that seam. And so it gets perfectly positioned to do that diagonal line. So if I want a 3-inch, and I'm just going to cut these 3, so we're doing the same thing, but at home, you're doing 3.5. So this is a 4.5 block lock. I'll link a set that's a 2.5, a 4.5, and a 6.5, which means you can do any size under 6.5. So you press your blocks first. We still have our dog ears. I need a 3-inch block, so I can still kind of fussy cut that 3-inch block because I'm looking at my 3-inch lines, and I can slide this up and down to where I need it. So say I wanted something that happens up here, even though it's nothing. I'm going to cut these 2 sides. There we are. Flip my block, flip my ruler, and now I'm going to line up my 3-inch lines. So I have a 3-inch there and a 3-inch here. So there's my 3, here's my 3. There we have it. So we have 3 lined up, and now I'm going to trim again. And now I have my 3-inch square. So the difference between the two is this one you're going to cut and you kind of get what you get. The block locks you can open up and fussy cut. So I'm going to do that again. And if you look at this groove, one side goes from corner to corner. Oh, we'll put it here. So one side of the groove is from corner to corner. The other one is kind of a 1/4 inch over. So you want to make sure when you make that first cut, you want the fat side of the seam towards you, and you want to be able to read it. And there is a trick to it, but I can't remember. Somebody posted it on one of my videos that the block lock people say there's a saying. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to trim and trim. And this one I'm not fussy cutting, so I'm just going to put it in there so I can make sure I cut some off of both sides. There we have our first edge. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to turn my ruler around, relock, line up my 3-inch. Ooh, that was perfect. Trim and trim. And so those are our 2 different ways, using the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer or the block lock. Oops. And they all look the same. They're all a 3-inch square. And now I could go and piece these together and make something. I might make a little block. A little, oh my gosh, you messed up block. So this is how to use those. I will see you back here in a minute. All right, everyone, so that is how to use the block locks, the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmers. It's how to cut those accordions apart, being very careful you don't accidentally cut a block because you do have the flippity floppities. So you are going to finish this. You're going to finish your top. You're going to finish getting it all pieced. And then next week we are going to start quilting. If you have, it doesn't matter if you have a pro stitcher. It doesn't matter if you're free motion. You don't even have to have a handy quilter machine. If you have a long arm, even if you have a domestic, you could do this on domestic. You're going to follow a lot of the same things that I do. You're just going to do them here. I should try to make one. I'm going to quilt that little thing on a domestic, I think, for a Classy Creations live. But yeah, we will get to quilting next week. I am so excited to see everybody's. I've been getting pictures of different colorways and stuff from the educators who are also doing it, like Mickey. Mickey's looks great. I'm so excited for hers. But we will see you in the next video. Sorry that I lost the original video that I didn't have to make in 10 minutes because I think it was really great. It was probably Oscar worthy. I mean, there was crying, there was singing, there was laughing. I mean, it was a drama. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos drop. Go follow Beth at Eva Page Quilts. Follow her on social media. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Go subscribe. I'm also on all the social medias. Adam's So Fun with an SEW on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I don't do much, but I'm there. Yeah, go follow us. Have a good time. The other day I did a 4.5 hour live where I just quilted 2 quilts. people were learning things while I was just working. So I'm always happy to help. I love that I get to help you and increase your love of long arming or whatever you're doing. Maybe you don't even have a long arm. You just watch because I'm an idiot. That's okay too. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's just quilting. It's just a quilt. Even though I delete those files, nobody's getting hurt. So don't stress the small stuff. Have a wonderful weekend. Finish your blocks. Tag us, and we'll see you next week for our quilting part. Bye, everybody.